So the week leading up to this dive, the surf has been really low, winds low as well. So we're really looking forward to some promising conditions. Heading over to Crystal Cove with my dive buddy Kay. Name of the game is grabbing some bugs. Hopefully anything else is a plus. But here we go. Let's head on over to Crystal Cove. We just arrived at Crystal Cove and the water is definitely getting chillier. You see here, I spit into my goggles and I rinse them off before I put them on, and that prevents fogging or helps reduce fogging. And you see here, we're getting ready to dive in. My dive buddy Kay. For sandy entries, we put on the fins and walk backwards until we get to a place where we can dive in. I usually try to time it right after a wave crashes. Obviously, if the surf is a little more aggressive, I take a different approach, but the water is definitely chillier. But let's head in. So welcome to Crystal Cove, where visibility is about 15 feet at least. See my dive buddy Kay down there. Visibility was good. This is a slightly deeper portion of Crystal Cove. I believe it's about 27 to 32 feet on average, according to my buddy Kay's watch. But I just want to point this out as I'm going down here. This is definitely slower than I usually would go down. I just wanted to point out, when you're prepping for a dive, make sure you get some good food and proper rest. I know it's really common sense, but it gets harder for you to equalize when your body's not in the best condition. And this day it showed. When I'm going down today, it definitely took some time. I had to equalize, stay at a certain depth, just wait until it cleared, and then head down again. So it's just a lot of wasted energy. So I just wanted to call that out. If you're ever preparing for a dive, try to do your best and do that. The visibility further out as well was not that great. It was good, still about 15 feet or so, but you can see my dive buddy here coming up. Pretty tough to see to the bottom, but nevertheless, still pretty good conditions. This was probably the most action we saw further out in Crystal Cove. Heading down here, my dive buddy Kay found this little hole full of lobster. So we head on down, try to maximize our chances with grabbing some bugs. So heading in, dive buddy Kay's getting ready to go grab some. Positions himself. First he clears away this little sea cucumber right there. And then he goes for a grab. These lobsters are really tough in this position because their back's against the wall and their antennas are out, so they're really sensitive here. I look to my right and I see a nice cluster, but none legal. So not much life out there in the deeper portions of Crystal Cove, or at least where we go usually. Not a lot of lobsters, some in deeper holes, plenty of fish, like you see a nice sheephead right there, but not a lot of lobsters. So what we do is head to the shallows and test our luck there. This was a fun one. I'm going down with my dive buddy Kay, and we know where these lobsters are in this little crevice. So the idea here is to shoo them and freak them out and get them to come out of that hole. And on the other side of there is my dive buddy, so hopefully he's getting these guys. He ends up grabbing the shrimp of a lobster. We both know this lobster is way too short, but just for fun, we do a quick measurement. Great. And now we're gonna put this little guy back into a nice little hole for him to grow nice and big for us to grab at some point in the future. Of course, if we ever see a nice sized sea urchin for some fresh uni, we go ahead and grab one. These are evasive, so if you're ever in the mood for uni, go ahead and grab yourself some sea urchin. So as I'm diving the shallows, I find this cool little tunnel full of lobster, mostly small but potential. So I let my dive buddy know so we can tag team it. So the strategy here is that my dive buddy is going to go on the other side of the hole, and he's going to try to shoo them towards me on the other side, and hopefully I can grab one. So let's play that back. I still get a good laugh when I look at this clip. I just got hit by so many lobsters. Kay did a great job shooing them away, but let's see how many I missed. So here we go. First one right in the chest, missed one. 1, 2, 3 right there. I pin the third, slips away. There's 3, so I missed 4 as of now. I think it's over. And I take one in the face, 5, and I think it's over. Hit another one in the chest. At this point, I cannot believe how well that worked, and I'm still cracking up every time I see this clip. Let's play that again one last time. So using the shoe technique during this dive, where you pretty much trigger the lobster to move, seems to be a trend. So I see this lobster down here, right there on the right hand side, but you see I scan left, and there's a moray eel, but the backside is facing the lobster. So I see it as an opportunity to shoo the lobster away from the eel. So here he goes. I chase him around the grass. Eventually he has to stop, and that's where I grab him.
Yeah.
had some audio issues with my other GoPro, but pretty much this wraps up this dive. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I think the takeaway here is, first, get some good rest and good food before you go out diving so you're not pausing to equalize like I am. And secondly, sometimes you just go into the shallows or places that you normally wouldn't go, and you have a ton of fun even though we didn't have any bugs to show for it. It was a great dive, great visibility, just had a great time on the water. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and the support. I'll see you on the next one.